Oh, Canada. Well, guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Canada is in trouble. Now, if you guys don't know, I live in Canada, off the grid, and on the mainstream media, even they couldn't hide the fact that what I've been calling for in my past videos has come to pass. Canada is basically in a recession. Now, Canada's got lots of issues. I'm going to cover a bunch of them, but right now we'll get into that. So the mainstream media just came out recently, and Canada's GDP, gross domestic product, how much money or how good the economy is in Canada, pretty much ground to a near halt. And I mean, it's pretty much a halt. They're just not saying it. We are at 0.01% GDP growth in Canada, which is completely horrendous. Now, what's that got to do with the US? Not so much. But for me in Canada, it's going to be rough. Super rough. It's probably going to affect my job. I've already seen the inflation on the groceries and stuff like that. Everything's just gone out of sight for pricing. Gasoline is lower, thanks to Trump. But, yeah, other than that, we're in trouble. So Canada has a lot of issues. We got that going on, caused by the liberal leadership in our country, Justin Trudeau and his bandits. Now, Justin Trudeau is a drama teacher. The only reason he is in the office of where he's at is because his dad was a prime minister. A prime minister here in Canada is basically your president over in the US. So we're on the kind of the British monarchy system over here. Anyway, Canada is in trouble. Like I said, we have a lot of debt. We have a prime minister, Justin Trudeau, who has recently gone through basically got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He was NC Lavalin. If you guys look up the story, there's a big corporation, and he was trying to he was trying to help them by allowing them to get away with breaking laws. So he got caught because his cabinet members had a conscience, or some of them, and basically there's a whole hullabaloo and all that crap. But anyway, they're calling for Trudeau to resign. Now, obviously, as a liberal, as a criminal, he's not going to, unless further pressure comes down on him. And it's a mess. Trudeau is a globalist puppet, and so are the liberals that we're in, and they're just getting their marching orders from globalism. We don't want globalism. We want our country back. We want no debt, hopefully, someday. And we want to have somebody in like Trump who knows what the hell they're doing. Now, a lot of people are going to comment and say, well, we don't like Trump and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's because you're brainwashed and getting mainstream fed media instead of getting alternative media. Mainstream media, newspapers, television, radio, most of it is controlled by 6 corporations. Basically, 6 people drive the narrative for the rest of the world in North America as to what you should think, what you should believe, what you should follow, or we'll call you things like, you know, pick out of the number of words out of the leftist liberal playbook. Everybody knows what they are. I'm not going to mention them because it's YouTube, and YouTube likes to ban people who do. So we're just going to not do that, but you guys are smart enough, I'm sure, to know what those are. Anyway, so Canada's in trouble, which means I'm in trouble, which means my family's in trouble. And like I said, I always go back to this. What's the purpose of prepping? What's the purpose of the off-grid tiny house? When your country's falling apart and, you know, it's going to be pretty tough to get by, well, that's when the prepping and the off-grid tiny house come hand in hand as saviors. I produce, other than the propane, I will, and later this summer, I will be capturing my own water, rainwater. Yes, it's cold in the tiny house. Just got here, warming it up, shooting some videos. But anyway, 34 degrees Fahrenheit in here, or 5.5 degrees Celsius. So, what am I going to do to battle the situation we're in? Well, obviously, I'm a little bit worried because if the economy gets any worse, the banks, Trudeau also put this in place. I made a video quite a while back about how the banks made a law in Canada where, if there's a bank run, you by having money in our bank, you automatically forfeit that money to keep the bank afloat. So if they do a bank run, if there is a bank run, and we can't get our money out of the banks, there's going to be a lot of angry people and probably a lot of dead people. Let's just put it like that. Now, in the meantime, how are you going to survive if they cut electricity off, they cut the banks off, they cut the gas off? You know, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? How are you going to live? How are you going to survive? Most people are not preppers and do not have any supplies on hand or know the first thing about that. And those are the same people who call you and me kooks, nut jobs, whatever. And like I said, you won't be hearing from them after the fact because they're probably not going to make it very far. That's just the way it is. So, we're in trouble, guys. Trouble. Like I said, I've been prepping for a while. I've been slowly building this off-grid tiny house that I can survive in. It's big enough that I could have other people over to survive in, though it'd probably get old after a while with a lot of people in here, especially since it's this room, a small bathroom, and a medium-sized storage area. So, but I have heat, I have electricity, I have sewage, I will soon have water, well, by the end of the summer anyway, and I got a wood stove back there. You can see that little guy there. So if the propane runs out or something crazy happens, at least I got a little wood stove. And, you know, Canada, what are we gonna do? I wish we had a guy in like Trump. Now, the comments are gonna come again. Oh my God, I gotta roll my eyes at that. The dude is killing it. He's the only president who I think he's delivered on almost everything that he's promised. No other president did that. Not Obama. Not anybody else. Trump's in there. He doesn't even take a wage from doing his job. He donates his wages to the veterans and other organizations. Think about that, guys. You're working for free. You're doing a damn good job, and then the media is all out there just giving you hate since you've been elected, since before you've been elected, and still all the way through. Now, that's the 6 people who want to control the narrative and want you to believe that this dude is criminal. But the funny part is, all the stuff coming out on the Democrat side, it's reverse world. So everything bad they said he's doing, they're actually doing. And then they have these candidates that are going to run in 2020 that make me laugh and make Trump laugh because it's hilarious. It's basically hysterical, the stuff they're trying to push. Nobody wants socialism. Nobody wants a lot of things, but like I said, I believe Trump's going to make it into 2020. So, there you go. Anyway, because I follow the states, the politics there quite a bit, because there are big, you know, the United States is Canada's biggest trading partner, but since Trump got in, and Trudeau and Trump don't get along, Trump is making the U.S. more self-sufficient by keeping all the jobs there, keeping all the work there, taking the work from here in Canada. And as we can tell, yeah, it really is, because we're getting slammed by an economy that is basically in stall mode. If you're not growing, if the economy's not growing, you're standing still. And if you're standing still, you're probably going to sink. So we're in not a good shape. So hopefully I can get the tiny house done by this year. We're talking battery bank, we're talking water, we're talking removing my older solar panels and putting the flat ones up. That way, we're good to go. Oh, I got a raging fire going in that wood stove back there. This one's a little sooty because issues. But anyway, yeah, so we're in tough times, guys. I'm going to make more prepping videos. Shoot me some comments what you guys want to see for that. I do have some nice ideas coming, but I just want to tell you the situation I'm in. Like I said, work is non-existent at this moment for me. So, like I said, I'm working on a side YouTube thing that is actually doing better than this main channel. My main channel that I put more time into. What the hell? Yeah, so, but if it gets monetized and if it has a decent income, then you guys won't hear me complaining anymore, as far as I can tell. Anyway, so just want to give you an update on that. Canada in trouble. Oh boy. Oh Canada. We're in trouble. So, yeah. Stay up to date with me, guys. Comment, like, share, do all those fun things below. And we'll get back to you. See you later.